Well, looking forward to the season. Obviously, our guys have been anticipating this for a long time. Started in January with a lot of work and trying to do some things that would fix some of the issues we had. And I think we've done that, and we're excited about this season. Our guys, challenging schedule up front, and play Mississippi State out of the blocks, and got Georgia Southern and Lafayette and San Diego State and Arkansas State and all those guys right there up front. So we're excited about the opportunities where we can play. We're excited about the opportunity of being a champion and being able to have a chance to win a championship and also getting a bowl game again. So we're excited about the season, looking forward to it.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, with quarterbacks for the last 3 years being kind of a revolving door, how is the quarterback competition going now? Is Dallas Davis a standout, or is it still a healthy competition?
Right now, if we played our game tomorrow, Dallas would be the starter. Cole Garvin is pushing him, though. He's had a great summer. And so I fully expect that to be a great battle this summer. Now, it will be one or the other. It's not going to be playing both. And whoever wins is going to win it, and that's going to be the quarterback, and we'll go from there.
How much of a weapon is having a Xavier Johnson kind of guy, a guy I think is kind of under the radar?
Yeah, he's extremely fast. Everybody knows about that. He's quick. The thing that Xavier has that not many people know about, he's 185 pounds, so everybody thinks he's a smaller back. He's very hard to tackle because he's so strong. And he's a great return guy for us on kickoffs. He really made a difference. The Idaho game, we're down 24-0, and he returns one for a touchdown, returns another one to the 50, and just kind of flipped that game around. So he's a very valuable player for us.
You picked up a transfer, Rowan Godwin, from Army this year. I know he'll have to sit out the season. What does he bring to this team in the offensive line?
Yeah, he's a very good offensive lineman. Looking forward to seeing him. He's got a chance to be, I think, one of a really good one, athletic lineman. And so we're looking forward to him and see how well he does this summer. And he's going to have some time to kind of get, offensive lineman. It's kind of hard to play early sometimes, and so we'll see how fast he gets it.
Coach, can you talk about the differences between last year and this year, what fans can expect this season?
We've talked a lot in the offseason. The biggest thing I thought that we needed to improve on is some of the intangible side. And by that I mean, we've got to focus on doing everything together. And one heartbeat is our motto right now, and getting everybody on the same page, going the same direction. And everything we've done in the offseason has been geared toward that. And so I think you'll see benefits from that. I know that's kind of somewhat of a vague answer, but I think that's going to help us win ball games because last couple of years we've run into games where we won 3 ball games in the last second of the game. We lost a couple of ball games in the last second of the game. So we got to win those games. If we get to the point where we can win, all those close games, then we're going to start winning championships and we're going to start getting in bowl games, and that's where it will be for a while.
Coach, along those lines, talking about getting everybody going the same direction, you play a quarter of your conference schedule before the middle of September.
Yeah.
Does that sort of enhance that challenge, increase that challenge?
Yeah, because some of the teams we're playing are very good, first of all, but I kind of like it. I'll be honest with you. I think that hopefully there's not too many injuries for either team, and you find out who the very best team is early, because sometimes later in the year a certain team may get beat up and with injuries, and they're not the same team they were later in the year. So you would think early in the year there'd be some great competition to find out who's really best team. You got to be prepared early. You got to be in shape physically. You got to be playing at a high level early to have a chance to win in this conference. We got to go on the road to Lafayette. We got Georgia Southern coming to our place before that, so we got some challenges early. But the good thing is if you get off to a good note, then you got a chance to have a great year.
Roman McKenna has been a 3-year starter, and the secondary decision has been made to move him to linebacker. What went behind that decision, and what do you think he brings to that position?
Well, our stinger position, which is our weak side linebacker, and our defense he's designed to make the most plays or most tackles. Okay, he's going to get covered up a lot and not get blocked, and so he has to go running and make tackles. So we felt Roman was our best defensive player in that area, so we put him in that position. That's why we moved him.
You mentioned Lafayette earlier. How much do you think them picking up Jennings from LSU changes the complexion of things when you face them early?
Well, no, he's obviously a great athlete, great quarterback. Played at LSU. I think he started at LSU for a year or so, and don't know as much about him. I just know he's a very athletic guy, can throw it. So I would think, I don't know where their quarterback situation is. I don't know who won it. I don't know if he can beat them out, but it does for them, adds them another chance to get a good quarterback in the game.
Going back to our offense, Gerald Everett, obviously a big South Alabama. Can you just touch on, his role on offense this year?
Well, if we don't get the ball in his hands 12 times a game, then I'm going to fire the coordinator and I'm going to fire myself, because we're very dumb if we don't get the ball in his hands. We got to hand it to him, we can pitch it to him, we can throw it to him. He's got to touch the ball, because there was a couple games last year we didn't get the ball in his hands much, and sometimes it's hard to throw it to him. And I said we've got to create ways to get it to him. So he's going to be down on the goal line. He's going to run the ball some, and we're going to 4th and 1 last year. We had him in the diamond deal where he was in the back, and at the wildcat position he jumped over the top against Lafayette and made a big play. So we've got to get him the ball as much as we can, because to me he's one. I'm not saying he's the best player in the league, but he's dang sure in the top 3, because he'll get drafted probably 2nd or 3rd round this year is what the NFL scouts are telling us.
Coach, it seemed like cohesiveness was maybe kind of an issue last year, and with this year, one heartbeat. Do you see a difference from the team last year to this team?
I don't want to compare teams to other teams, but there's no doubt that we're very much together right now. I think the unique circumstance last year with all the transfers that we had, it was very difficult. And it's when you have that many people come from different places, some of the relationships and all it was a little tough. So, but I feel really good where our team is right now, as good as I've ever felt. And you got a bunch of guys that are being selfless, and and we've got them all going in the same direction. And when you have that, you almost want to play harder as a player when you got this guy has your back, and I'm gonna do all I can not to let him down, and that type of philosophy.
Carl mentioned with you earlier that 2018 when you guys started championship game, you guys were split into divisions, and he kind of mentioned you guys and Troy are kind of in the middle as to who goes which way. I mean, have you guys as a department talked about that at all? Kind of, do you have any preference, or do you have any sort of thought on the future as kind of where that goes, I guess?
No, we don't have a preference, but you'd think just geographically that we might go west, because Troy's a little closer to all those schools. I mean, this is me talking, but it doesn't matter to us where we go. But and I would think we would still play Troy, every year. Hopefully, have a crossover game that stays constant, because that's our biggest rival. So who knows where it's going to end up? I mean, all I know is we're getting some really good teams in this conference right now, and it's getting better and better for sure.
Do you like the reality of the championship game that
I voted 100% for it, and I felt like for us to have a championship game, number one, it promotes the Sun Belt Conference. That's another game on national TV that promotes our conference and our teams. And you got 2 teams that are going to play in a championship game and have that experience in their life, before they leave. That's an incredible experience to play in a championship game. So, the negative would be, if one of our teams in the conference is 11-1 or whatever, and they got a chance to go to the Orange Bowl or the Fiesta Bowl or whatever, and they get beat in the conference championship game, don't get to do that. But that would be a rare occasion. To me, it's a plus for our conference.
do you prefer the division and 8-game schedule, or would you prefer to do a 9-game?
I don't think it matters to me one way or the other as far as something I feel strongly about. But if I had to pick, I'd pick 9, because you play more teams in the conference. To me, you want to play everybody in your conference if you can. Every other sport plays every team, and football sometimes you get 1 or 2 left out because you have too many teams. So I would like to play as many teams in our conference as we could.
How do you shape up on the offensive defensive line? I know you lose a couple of guys, especially on the offensive line.
The offensive line is going to be the big surprise. I feel real strongly about our offensive line right now. Coach Owens has done a good job. I moved him from the tight end spot to the offensive line. He has done a tremendous job with those guys, and they are playing hard and hungry and getting after it. So, I feel really good about it. Really good about it. Defensive line, really good at our defensive ends. Interior guy, we've had a couple of injuries, so we feel like we're 2 deep there. But I just know over the course of time, you need to have 3 deep in defensive linemen, because number one, just to play them fresh. Number 2, you're going to get injuries at some point during the season, and so we're trying to develop some depth there inside.
You mentioned the matchup with Troy. How important is it to have these rivalry games within the conference?
To me, that's what it's all about. It's the games you remember. I like last year going to Troy, the crowd they had at their home stadium. They did a great job coming out for that game, and And we bought a great crowd from Mobile, but we had a great section of Jaguar fans. And in that atmosphere, I'll never forget, you know. And so you really, and most of the time it doesn't come up unless you have a big rivalry game, and Troy is ours, and so you got to keep those going. You know, that's what it's all about. That's what college football is all about. Well, we'll see. We'll see how good Troy is this year. We're looking forward to the ball game.
A few years ago, made it to the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl. I know it's been a few years since then that you saw last year's game, but just kind of talk about the prestige that bowl game brings to the Sun Belt.
Yeah, they did a tremendous job. I thought, you know, obviously they took care of our players. They took care of both teams' players. It was a fun event. It was just the right amount of time. You stay there about 3 or 4 nights, and it's a great venue. That stadium is a tremendous stadium, I thought. And the electricity that night, I'll never forget that one either. We came out of the locker room. Our fans were standing up on their feet. I still get chills thinking about it. It was a good night. Oh, yeah. I already had a big nose anyway, and it just made it a little bit bigger, I think. But yeah, lost a lot of blood that night. A lot of hotel towels were in the tub the next morning. I didn't get a bill for it, did I? For that? Is that it? Thank you.